Well, oh, hi. Um, I'm Larry Hassman, the playwright. Uh, uh, I've been often asked about the process that I use, to write my plays. How do I pull them out of thin air? I mean, they seem to come from nowhere, and there I am with a full-length play with a lot of characters, stage plays, film plays. Well, for me, it starts really simply. I have a question. Question comes to mind. For example, I wrote a play called Winner. It's a middle-class family that's very pressed financially. One kid in college, another kid going. And, they're really just making it. Well, the husband that has been buying on the side lottery tickets. He tells his wife, $5, $10 a week, but it's really more than that. He's been spending like $40 a week buying lottery tickets. Well, he wins. He gets all the numbers for $135 million. Well, their life is now changed. Financially, they're secure. However, the question is, what will happen to a family that wins $135 million? Well, what happens is that, one, the wife is really angry that he's been lying to her all these years for how much he's been spending every week. He's obviously addicted to gambling on some level. Yeah, he says, well, we have $135 million, but she really feels betrayed in some way and lied to. And the family gets into a very difficult spot where, they may just break up as a family. Well, then it turns out that I throw a curve at them when I'm writing the play, and he's got all the numbers to win the lottery, but he's got all the numbers for the wrong date. He's just picking and looking at the wrong ticket. Well, the reason for that is not important at this time. But the point is, it ends up in the second act. They don't have $135 million. So the family does a wonderful job of pulling itself together. And the last line of the play is when his wife says, I'm glad we won the $135 million, but I'm even happier that we never got the money because we have each other, love, support, nurturing. So that's my solution to the question of what happens if a middle-class family wins a hell of a lot of money, And another play I have dealing with money again, and that is a very successful, broker, financier, decides to climb Mount Everest. And I ask myself the question, why would anyone want to climb the Mount Everest? It's so dangerous up there. You get into the dead zone, you climb to the top. Well, he feels so unsatisfied just making money that his life has no meaning. He thinks that if he conquers something, a natural obstacle like climbing the mountain, his life will be meaningful. Well, the thing is, when anyone who climbs Mount Everest now knows, you get to the top, you see a lot of garbage, and on your way up, not only do you see garbage, you see bodies. It ain't pristine anymore. And so he comes off the mountain as a changed person. Just as the family in the winter changes, he changes, his relationship to his wife changes. And then I have one last one. I wondered what would happen if a well-known person decided to attend their own funeral. So I have this actor, Joshua, who is a well-known TV and film actor, and he gets bad reviews for a production of Hamlet that he has financed, and he is playing Hamlet. The problem is he's just about 80, and the critics didn't like that idea. So he plans to fake his own funeral, and so he can attend it and hear them eavesdrop, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's how I'm solving that question. What would someone who wants to attend their own funeral be thinking or doing? And it ends up, playback is fair play, and it's a very funny, very, very funny play. It could be a play or a screen strip with a little adjusting, and it's the ending is a surprise, but it's fun. So I answered the question of how do I start my plays by saying I come up with a question. The question then begins to generate characters. in a situation, and that situation has a conflict where things are not going smoothly and things are going against him. And then it winds up with a solution. Now, my questions can have other solutions that other people might contribute, but for me, it is a personal solution in which I can talk about things that are meaningful to me through the mouths of the dialogue of the characters and resolve their conflict. So I hope this gives you an idea of how I work, and if you look through my roster of plays, you can play with the idea of trying to figure out what my original question was, and it could be fun for you. But for every one of the play I write, there's always a question that I'm answering. So take care, be well.